Welcome back to my channel, everybody. So today, I'm coming with the fire and bringing you another remote opportunity. This opportunity is fully remote. It is one with a very well-known company, TJX. They actually are the parent company to a lot of the other companies like TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods, and a whole slew of other brand stores under their umbrella. This opportunity and role that I'm bringing to you today is directly for anyone who is okay with actually being involved with the day-to-day, who has really good organizational skills. If you are not necessarily that person, stay tuned because I do have a secondary opportunity for you. So make sure you watch to the end because I am sharing two separate opportunities and roles within this video. So let's hop right over to this role so we can kind of get started. So this role is for the logistics long-term planning specialist. And within this specific role, what you really will be doing and what you will be responsible for is tracking and monitoring shipping operations from like warehouses and distribution centers, as well as you will be very vital to project management, the procedures of getting supply across to different locations, identifying any resources. You will also work with business partners like third-party vendors where they obtain these products from to ensure shipping dates, processing dates, when things will get into store. With this position, it is highly recommended that you have really good organizational skills because you will be in a lot of different things. You will be moving a lot of different parts. You will have to work with and be a liaison between finance, who is actually approving budgets, right? You would have to balance budgets. So you might have to go in and input information about some type of order and put the numbers in so the finance department can then approve it. You will be on a day-to-day also involved with finance, and you will be also assisting with the distribution locations and making sure that everything is working seamlessly. So with this role, they are looking for someone who is able to multitask, who is able to really own all of their work, and someone who is very organized, because you're going to need to be organized in order to make sure that you're doing all the different parts of this position and role. So just keep that in mind when you do apply for this. If this is something that you have a background in, make sure you get over and you apply. Definitely, these roles go quickly. So we want to make sure that you get in and you get that application in. Do not sleep on it, okay? Some of the key skills, knowledge, and experience that they're looking for is being a people's person, because you will definitely have to build relationships with third-party vendors, their product management team, and shipping. You'll also be dealing with the distribution leads and operational leads and the finance department. So they want to make sure that you're personable, you're able to communicate effectively, written and orally, just to ensure that everything is seamlessly and you have basically a plan. Now, they're not going to throw you to the wolves, right? When you get in there, you are going to have time to learn the processes, but they want to make sure that you already have some key personal skills and that you're organized and you're able to multitask really easily and seamlessly. They want to also make sure that you're knowledgeable just in regular Excel, right? Because a lot of times companies know if you can do Excel, they can kind of put you in their data systems and train you, and you can learn that because you do know the basics of Excel. Some of these companies also do use Excel to do different variations of product management. So think about that as well. You might actually have to work in Excel on a day-to-day. They also just want to make sure that you have really good analytical skills, right? And you think in an analytical sense, okay? So some of the keywords that you would use for this specific job on your resume is analytical skills, attention to detail. You would also want to put relationship building. You would also want to put streamlined processes, things of that nature. You definitely want to pull from your background and put that. Now, as you see, they don't have an educational requirement here on the job listing. So you just want to make sure that you pull from your experience and that you do highlight the things that they're pointing out within the resume, like really good communication skills, team leader, able to work with executive staff, those type of things you want to put within your resume, okay? That's what's going to get their head turned when they see your actual resume. So they don't have the salary listed, but when looking this up, this role does go anywhere between about $69,000 a year all the way up to about $96,000. So keep that in mind when you do apply for the job. I always say negotiate your rate, negotiate your worth. So don't forget to do that once you apply and you get through to the interview process, okay? If you're interested in this role, definitely get over and apply. I did want to just go over some of their benefits. So some of the benefits that they do offer is the traditional medical, dental, life insurance, short-term disability, the 401k profit sharing for retirement. They do also offer competitive paid time off and a company discount, right? So what I also always say is when you do negotiate, even if you might not be able to get what you want in salary, right? You always negotiate your salary for one, right? But you also can negotiate other things. You can negotiate their cost sharing into your 401k, right? You can try to negotiate to get them to put more money into your 401k. You can also negotiate more paid time off. So there are other things that you can also negotiate when you are going for these jobs. I just don't want anyone to forget that when you do go to apply. Okay, so that's just some of the things regarding TJX. Now, the next opportunity that I have for you is through an insurance company called Prudential. You may have heard of them before. They're really big in the life insurance space. They also offer different lines of insurance. I just wanted to bring this role to you as well, because I really do think that this role is a good fit for a lot of people. So this is the executive assistant role. And definitely if the logistics role prior to this one was not for you, this may be great. This is a fully remote role. This role, you will be the administrative assistant, right? The executive administrative assistant to an executive within Prudential, okay? So what they are looking for and what the responsibilities of the role would be is maintaining a calendar for the executive, right? So you would be assisting someone that is really high up in the company, just making sure and organizing basically their work life, okay? Their travel arrangements, any type of sales and distribution meetings. You would also be working with the executive team as well as operations, claims. So you will have your hands in a lot of different departments within Prudential, and you will have to navigate communication between the departments for the executive. They do want to make sure that you have the normal PowerPoint and Excel knowledge under your belt. You will be responsible to just process the executive's expense reimbursement. So get that over to payroll or the finance department so that they can then pay him out for any expense reimbursements. You will be just navigating between him and a lot of people to make sure that his work life is all the way together. So they are just looking for someone who is a people's person, right? And who's personable capable, who doesn't have a problem with communicating, where you can communicate really well verbally and written communication, and just having a customer focus, because you might have to talk to many different people at different levels, right? You might have to get involved with another administrative assistant for another executive in a company, and you might have to mitigate and solution some things on that level. You might have to talk to a operations manager to solution some things on that level, or the claims manager. So they just want to make sure that you're able to problem solve and really just solution things and be basically the right hand to this executive leader. The qualifications that they are looking for is 5 years of practical experience working with a senior executive or team of senior executives. If you do have an administrative assistant background in any way, that would be great. Even if you worked at a company where it was a mom and pop shop, for an example, and you were in direct contact and had to work hands-on daily with the owners of the company, that is also your executive team. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, it has to be a corporate executive at a big company that I had to work with for 5 years. No, pull from your experience. I always say that. Definitely forward think and back think when you're looking at these roles. If you have any type of experience, it could be a mom and pop shop, it could be a business owner, they are still an executive team. If you're an administrative assistant or you're helping them, you're their right hand, you are still a right hand to an executor of a business. Okay. So think of it that way. Make sure that you also outline those things in your resume in that manner so that stands out to the recruiter. Yes, I have been and had to be the right hand person to someone of power of a company. That's basically what they want to know, right? Because with dealing with someone in leadership that's at a high level and an executor, they have many things on their plate. So when hiring for these roles, the hiring manager or the recruiter just wants to make sure that the person coming into this role can, one, handle the demands of everything that's on that plate, right? And be able to have the personal skills to be the right hand to this leader. So it's a plus if you have any type of experience in that nature or that field. And remember, like I said, even if it's working directly with a owner of a business, you have that skill set. So don't just look at the years and knock it out the ball and say, oh, I can't qualify, because a lot of times you do have, or you have been around and had to be definitely the right hand to somebody within a business or a owner of a business, right? So think about that. They want to make sure that you're professional. You can, of course, problem solve. They want to make sure that you're solution based, so you can look at something, look at details, you're analytical, right? And you can figure something out and come up with a solution. You are going to have to be, like I said, the right hand to this executive leader. And they have a lot on their plate, so they're going to need the administrative assistant to take on some of those things and mitigate the administrative part of things. So paperwork, or if there is, for an example, some type of report that needs to be facilitated and done, they might come to you for it. If there's something in a contract that they need written up, right, or a letter written up, they're going to come to you to have that done. So they do want to just make sure that you have those skills. One of the other requirements is that you're also flexible to work overtime if required. And that's because a lot of deadlines come, right? There are certain things that have to be done. They just want to make sure that you're willing to stay behind or work from home and put a little bit more work in to get things done. Okay. So for this role, the role is ranging from $64,900 all the way up to $96,700. Okay. So just know this is not a light role, right? This is a role that's going to pay really, really well. Okay. And it's fully remote. That's the great thing. You can do everything from your home in the comfort of your home and get paid really, really well. And here are some of the benefits that Prudential provides. Legal assistant, they do have a work from home policy, dental, vision, health insurance, life insurance, gym membership, tuition reimbursement, 401k, performance bonuses, employee stock purchase plan. Y'all know I'm all for that, right? PTO, vacation, and paid holidays, as well as maternity paid leave. So these are some of the great benefits. I just wanted to go over this as we close out this great role. Definitely, if you're interested, get over here and apply for this role. Do not take it lightly. I will have the link to the job site down below in the description, just to make sure this is the role ID here. So when you get to the job site, just make sure you search for the role with the specific job number. Okay, this is the executive assistant remote role. Okay, so I hope you guys like this video. If you love videos like this and you're looking for your next opportunity, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You turn that bell notification on as well, so you do not miss when I post these phenomenal opportunities. I would hate for you to miss out on a role that is really, really a great fit for you. So we would love to have you a part of the family. Until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye.